Today, we're diving straight into Where Winds Meet, an insane open-world masterpiece set in ancient China. Picture this: swords clashing like thunder, chi blasts ripping through the air, parkour across misty mountains and rooftops, melee combat that's gonna make you feel like a goddamn sword god, or in my case, probably look like a complete noob, fumbling through the tutorial like it's my first time holding a sword. Let's ride the winds and see if I can actually not suck. After messing around with the settings and soaking in some early cutscenes, we immediately dive into some intense horse riding action, hoping I don't eat dirt on this one. The game has cutscenes packed with quick time events and player interactions. Not bad for a free game at all. After we are done picking off those monkeys along the way, we finally hit the real deal. But not before going through the pain of learning all the controls in the tutorial, because apparently I need the basics explained like it's my first day.
One eternity later.
The first boss fight starts, and I'm still completely fumbling with the controls, deflecting absolutely nothing while the boss is just chilling. As the boss starts swinging properly, I absolutely had my ass handed over to me, hit after hit. So far, the objective is clear: chip away that HP bar to 0, while deflecting and dodging like crazy, assuming I can actually time it right. It can't be that hard, right? Yeah, spamming the one-way ticket to pain. I guess it's time to master deflecting and dodging properly. Plus, deflecting will drain his chi gauge, so that this will stagger the boss and allow us to land big damage. And mystic skills are available for extra damage too, but we'll get into those later into the game. Now it's time to get locked in! Finally, we made it through that first encounter, and after all those flashbacks and cinematic storytelling, it's time to jump headfirst into character creation. And trust me, you are not ready for how deep this rabbit hole goes. The level of detail is ridiculous. There are hundreds of presets and community masterpieces already loaded up. Yes, even SpongeBob have been reborn here. These are a few of the community masterpieces that genuinely grabbed my attention. Half of them are artistic genius. The other half are what happens when you let a toddler with unlimited sliders run wild. Upload a photo or speak a few words and watch the game try to build someone from it. But the best part? Me spending way too long on sliders and ending up with something cursed.
One eternity later.
And so, my Where Winds Meet journey begins. Face meets Floor edition. Not long after we finally get some peace, our little gremlin Ruby decides to wake us up. And immediately destroys the bridge we're supposed to cross. Then we bump into Temu Hawkeye, who nearly pigeons us with his arrows. So he generously hands over my first secret manual, which allows me to slow down time when shooting arrows. After journeying onwards, we encounter a wayfarer who's basically been ghosted by the entire world for 3 days until we showed up. He provides a regional map and shares that speaking with any wayfarer encountered will uncover additional regions on the map. Next, I went full GTA and tried to jack a horse from some poor NPC. Warning though, do not attempt to do this while there are witnesses, else you will end up in jail. Yes, an in-game jail. I somehow managed to get away with it, for now. Not long after, the game shoves us into yet another tutorial on skill theft. This is where you get to yoink mystic skills from various characters in the game. And our very first mystic skill from a bear turns out to be perfect for cracking those annoying shielded enemies. Apart from chucking enemies off cliffs, I wonder, what else can we do with this skill? Well, looks like I messed up. There's a witness who saw me chucking people into the water, so I guess they're next on the list. As I chased them down, they slipped right out of my grip almost every single time. Struggling just a little to get this witness to their watery end. Plus, I've apparently collected a couple more witnesses on my little chase. Fantastic. My list of problems just doubled.
Wait a minute.
Just when I thought I was done with those two, the guards somehow still caught wind of everything. Now the real chase begins. Except this time, I'm the prey. But of course, things didn't go as I planned. The guards caught me, and off to jail I went. My escape plan lasted all of 5 seconds. While we're rotting in jail, all you can do is sit idle and serve the full sentence. Or maybe not. But the good thing is, there are ways to cut it short. Hop in the cart for a shame parade through town, where other players get to pelt you with eggs and leafies the whole way. The parade will last 10 full minutes and will reduce your sentence by just an hour. Alternatively, you can simply bribe the guards to buy your freedom. But what's more fun? Getting friends or strangers to get you out of jail for free. My dumbass needs all the help I can get. First time getting busted out of jail, and I'm waddling away slowly like a penguin with this injured leg. Master criminal speedrun. Escape jail at grandma pace. What a legend I am. Oh, and since it's my first jailbreak, I'm not exactly familiar with the directions. Ended up taking a couple wrong turns. Genius navigation skills, right? My getaway was so slow. I could have been caught by a sleeping toddler. This open world is loaded with puzzles and dungeons, full of treasures and even mystic skills to snag. I eventually scored one that allows me to poke enemies from behind, sending them crashing face first into the dirt. My new favorite way to humble them. Dungeons are another solid source for mystic skills. Some are as easy as chatting with an NPC. Finally, something I can actually do without turning it into a disaster in seconds. Minigames are scattered all over, some testing your reflexes like a madman, others making you think and plan like you're not a complete idiot. Completing them gives exploration experience that unlocks zone-specific rewards. And a ton of them gives Echo Jade, which you can spend on cosmetics from special merchants. On top of that, there are world bosses that are way harder to take down, but they drop gears that supercharges your combat power. So now we face a world boss. This is gonna be legendary, or a total disaster. Spoiler, it's the second one. After failing to stay alive a million times, I finally beat the boss with some generous deflect assist. Most bosses throw multiple phases at you with mechanics you need to learn to survive or land heavy hits. Deflect precision is also the real killer to master. Watch me mix myself a cocktail of pain while I learn this. My fingers are already drunk on failure. Next up, let's talk about character level breakthrough. Skip the trials and you're capping your level, wasting all those sweet gear drops and resources. Watch me ace it. Probably.
One eternity later.
I struggled just a little with trash damage output, but scraped by for my first breakthrough. Nailed it. As we progress through the story, we finally reach the General's Shrine. Turns out our gremlin Ruby already signed us up for the arena without asking. Hope I don't choke spectacularly. You face 5 opponents in total, and all you gotta do is exhaust their chi gauge for a point each time. Hit 5 points and the round's yours. Simple, right? Famous last words. I even had to duel with a kid? Went in thinking I'd go easy. He catches me off guard and tosses me out like trash. First L. Lesson learned. Don't sleep on the little ones. They'll clown you harder than anyone. After beating the kid in the rematch, my next opponent is an old man. I am pretty sure I'm gonna have PTSD from fighting young kids and old folks from here on. Next time, I'll just forfeit and keep my pride intact. Our last opponent makes quite the entrance. Supposedly the toughest we've faced yet. But we owned him pretty easily. This is what happens when I'm locked in, folks. My ego's already writing the apology letter. After a shady post-fight auction encounter, we continued our journey back home, empty-handed but wiser. Next time, I'm bringing receipts. And a net. Not long after, we're finally home. After a quick bickering match, I'm told to serve a guest in private. She looks awfully familiar.
Pretty little baby, telling all the bluebirds, the bill and coo birds.
Welp, things are just about to get a little interesting. Buckle up. I have a feeling this is gonna hurt. Hope you guys enjoyed this first video on the channel. More episodes are coming real soon. Trust me, the chaos is only beginning. Let's take a quick peek at what's coming up next. Brace yourselves. If you liked what you saw, smash that like button, hit subscribe so you don't miss the next episode, and drop a comment below telling me what you'd love to see in upcoming videos. I'll see you in the next one.